Hey everyone, Victoria Waco, Mrs. New York American, and WWE fan, back here again because Smackdown was last night, and boy do we have a lot to talk about. First, quick apology, there was no video last week. Everything's okay in our household, but we were actually in the emergency room when Smackdown was on last week, so I caught up on it so late that I felt like it didn't make sense to put a review video out there. My coffee's actually still brewing. That's what you hear in the background, but we have so much to talk about, I had to start early. So I will just say I will be biased to this crowd. I thought they were phenomenal. My cat agrees. If you don't know, I am half Italian, but not just half Italian. My father is right from Italy. He actually is from southern Italy. I'm Calabrese on his side. But I don't know, Italian, it just did my heart good when they opened that show and I saw all those Italian flags. It just did my little heart good. The crowd was amazing, as we've had, I think, in every crowd as they've been in Europe. And truth be told, remember like back in Money in the Bank where they were talking about bringing WrestleMania to London? I'm in, like, more and more, like, as I hear these crowds, I'm like, can you imagine a European crowd during WrestleMania? All right, sorry, that's my dreaming moment. Moving on to the show. So I thoroughly enjoyed this SmackDown, and there were a couple of highlights for me, so let's go over them. Let me grab my notes. So we started off hot with Randy Orton. Crazy, awesome. He's just a master at what he does. I love the interaction with him and Kevin. We officially do have Kevin versus Randy at WrestleMania. I am, for one, extremely looking forward to that. I think they did a great job starting to set up this match a little bit more. And, yeah, I just so happy. Cannot wait to watch that match. Can't wait to see them go at it. Think it'll be a great one. And I'm curious to see what other things they'll do along the way of getting to that match. Because we have about 30 days, just under 30 days, I think, until WrestleMania. So I can see some definitely like major points of like building this match a little bit more. But I feel like the core of the match has been set up and slowly brewing for so long that it just makes sense. And I feel like we'll talk about that then. Sorry, one of my other notes talks about this with the finale of the show. But yeah, very happy about that match. I will say that I didn't truly love the tag team match with Damian Priest and Jimmy Uso. Also very sad Jimmy, at least on my cable, did not get an entrance. He was the only one of them who didn't get an entrance. I thought that was odd. But I felt like it was a really weird mismatch. I'm just not like digging Shinsuke. I get that they're trying to really push Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre. That's totally fine, but I personally was just kind of like about it. And I also was about Charlotte Flair and Tiffany's promos. I don't know if it's because how they had with the split screen, it was awkward, but like things weren't landing right. Lines that I think they thought would land were not. It was kind of like an awkward mess. I'll be honest with you, my personal opinion. And I really am liking Tiffany more and more, but that did nothing to make me want to watch that match more at WrestleMania, truth be told. So hopefully they can like regroup and do something more. With that, the Jacob Fatu and Braun Strowman match, I enjoyed it. I liked the tension between Jacob and, the rest of them. Tama Tonga, God love that boy. Not going over the top rope when LA Knight hit him. I popped for the wrong reason at that point. But yeah, I'm curious to see what is going to happen. I think we might I don't know what they're going to do, Braun Strowman and Jacob. Like, are they going to do something again? No, but Braun kind of has the US title with LA Knight match to look to. Maybe they do. You tell me, what are your thoughts? Do they have enough time to build a Jacob Fatu match for WrestleMania if it's not Braun Strowman? Like, if it is him against his cousin. If it is him against Solo. maybe not. I don't know. So those are my thoughts there. I didn't really love the Selena Vega match. Nothing against them. It just I don't see what storyline is going on there. And I also the Jade Cargill and it's Liv Morgan match. Sorry, I'm looking at my notes and I'm still too tired. Was good. I think Jade has really improved. I think while she was away, I think they brought her back down to the Performance Center, my guess, and had her work a lot. It was a good match. I don't like it was a weird thing, and they even had that like backstage segment trying to like explain why Liv Morgan wanted this match, but it was a little convoluted why they were there, quite honestly. And I think that's one of my frustrations with the women in general, is I feel like it seems like they're really trying to like puzzle piece something together, and not all of it's gelling. With that though, we did get Naomi. I feel like it helped to bring along that storyline. To maybe that was really the only purpose of that match, truthfully, was to have Naomi attack Jade again. I am still of the school of thought that Bianca Belair had something to do with that attack, and I'm just like waiting for that to come out. And maybe it never will. Maybe I'm totally wrong, but that is my 2 cents. We had a men's tag team match also. It was good. I mean, I like the Street Profits. Again, the crowd was insane during everything. It was unbelievably, like, so exciting. And then, of course, we had the brawl, the segment of all segments, which was the face-to-face meetup of CM Punk, Seth Rollins, and of course, our tribal chief, our OTC, Roman Reigns. It was amazing, and I really wanted to spend a lot of time on this because I think they did a really good job. That crowd was so loud, and I do think like a lot of people pick on how long like the entrances are in WWE, but for me, you could feel how the crowd supported each of them, and like how like they really enjoy each of them, and it's this really cool match that I really want to see, where all three are like people I like, and not like because I hate them like a heel, but like I generally like all three of them. So I mean, Seth maybe a little less, but I think he's been a little more heelish in his delivery on purpose. But they all have points. I love every time that the Shield is in the ring together, those two, the tension is so, like, they do such a great job building tension. And CM Punk too. One of the things that I thought was so interesting was, of course, all the hearkening to Paul, right? I have a favor still, Paul. This, like, Roman not knowing where Paul's allegiances are is fabulous, because truthfully, as we know, and this is my like prediction, Paul is always in business truly for himself, right? He lines himself up with the people he think will help him the most. That's Paul Heyman. That's why we love that character. That's why we love Paul, right? And this is my crazy prediction, totally wrong. I could see Paul turning on Roman for CM Punk. CM Punk's his original guy. Roman was never supposed to touch CM Punk because of Paul's love for him. I could see this being a thing. And I would just equate it to when Paul Bearer hit The Undertaker with the urn. Like when he took Mankind's side in that match. And I think that was in 97 or 98. I forgot to look it up. But the visceral reaction to people, that was amazing. I feel like it could be something like that. Maybe it'll never happen, but that's my prediction. The brawl that happened between these three was next up. I mean, all three are amazing. All three are like great in the ring. That's why this triple threat excites me so much, because we're going to have three people at the top of their game who like might throw some potatoes, because that's just how it's gonna go. It was amazing. Can't wait to watch that match at WrestleMania 2. With that, I'm almost out of time. What are your thoughts? Give me your feedback. Let's chat in the comments, and I can't wait to see what's going to happen on Raw. But also, just once again, the crowd, 10 out of 10. Thanks for showing up, Italy.